Guys, I think I've probably spoken enough now.
Keep going. More there.
Go back to Otchakut for a minute.
Yes, Otchakut, yes.
Yeah, Otchakut.
Yes, a Murray cod.
As I understand it, Otchakut is only visible in the sky when the Murray cod is spawning,
I believe so.
and therefore not the time to fish the Murray cod.
That's right.
But later on, when Otchakut is not visible anymore,
Yep.
it's time to go fish.
That's right, yeah. Now also, just low on the horizon, some of you may not see this very well, there's a star that's starting to set, which is the star Vega, and Vega is the 5th brightest star in the sky in a constellation called Lyra. And this star is called Naloan by the Boorong people. And Naloan, we believe, was probably a malleefowl, and Naloan was the person that taught the Boorong how to find the loan eggs, the malleefowl eggs, and so on. There are lots of stars that aren't up that we could also talk about in relation to the Boorong that will be up later tonight as well, and I'm sure John would agree with that. That, you know, it's a bit sad they're a bit low on the horizon there at the moment. I also wanted to point out, where are we? This star here. Now that star there is kind of significant to you guys as well. This is a star called Deneb Katos, and it's in a constellation called Cetus, which is the whale. Now, going back in the year 1914, for those of you that come from Sea Lake, now I asked Kevin about this, you had a big fire in Best Street. And in fact, that fire destroyed much of Best Street, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, half the north side of Best Street.
Half the north side of Best Street. Now, I want you to keep in mind that light was leaving this star at the time of that fire in 1914. Also the year of the Great War. The Great War started, the First World War. The light you now see from that very star there left there at the same time you had that fire here in Sea Lake. The same time, the light we now see from that star left there and is reaching our eyes now at the same time that the Great War, the First World War, was commencing in 1914. It's hard to get your head around, isn't it? It's one of those mind-boggling types of
things. It was the year the Murray didn't run.
It was the year the Murray didn't run, Norma.
1914. There were potholes. People from over here were taking their sheep to potholes in the Murray in 1914.
Okay. Now, just one other one I wanted to point out, and I have a little bit of trouble finding it. So just give me a second because it's a fairly faint one. There's a faint star just in there. Now that star there, the light you see from that very faint star reaching us now, left there in 1847 when Sea Lake was basically settled.
Oh, no, Lake Tyrrell.
Well, Lake Tyrrell,
Tyrrell Station.
Tyrrell Station was created.
Stanbury was following the creek.
All right, so Sandbridge settled the area and set up Tyrrell Station in 1847, and you're now just getting the light that left there from that star just now, this year, this very year. All right, I might actually conclude here. I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to speak to you. I want to say to you that you have something really great here with the Star Party. You have fantastic skies. I think the Star Party is something that will absolutely grow. There's always teething problems when we first set something up, and I think Keva and Pat and all of the people that have worked on the committee certainly deserve a vote of thanks because they've done an awful lot of work. I hope to come back every, I believe, 2 years. They're thinking of running the Star Party here, and to be able to look at the skies of Tyrrell again. Incidentally, I didn't mention Tyrrell is a Boorong word that means space or sky. And as John Morrison mentioned earlier to us, one of the great things is you can walk out on that water when it's very still and look up at the sky and see the stars, and also see the stars below you as well. So it's like being in space. All right. So I'd like to thank you again, and I'll conclude there, I think.
Thanks, Paul.